Ready?
Yep.
When I first got to Vietnam, they assigned me to run a raft across from the bay to the mainland, and we would pull the raft into a slip on the bay side, and we would load up about 4 jeeps, 2 or 3 4x6s. You may know of as deuce and a halves, same as 4x6s. They're 2.5-ton trucks. And then, whether we wanted them to or not, a bunch of Vietnamese would load up. Some of them on bicycles and some of them without. And we'd get that sucker loaded down to where it'd hardly be floating. And then we'd crank up the engines of the bridge trucks and move it across to the mainland side and unload all that stuff. And if everything went well, you would back up to the other side again and do it all over again. Well, one day it didn't go well. Vietnamese woman with a bicycle came wheeling her bicycle up and got right beside me and several other people and several trucks and some jeeps. And the bicycle was loaded with demo. I don't know what it was. Probably was C4. And she set that sucker off, and shrapnel flew all over the place. You know, shrapnel is pieces of the bicycle, you know, and bicycle spoke hit me in the stomach and stuck in there. And I had to go to the hospital to get it out and, you know, get the doctorate and whatever. And they gave me a Purple Heart for it. You know, that wasn't a very severe injury for a Purple Heart. And the general said that was the last bicycle spoke injury that was ever going to get a Purple Heart in Vietnam. And I said, fine, you know, bye.
I thought it hit you in the butt.
No, I've got shrapnel in my butt.
How did that happen?
Me and Chief Markham. Do you know what a chief is?
Yeah.
It's a Chief Warrant Officer 4. He was an expert in fixing trucks.
Mm-hmm.
The trucks are 5-ton trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting on the running board. Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
Of the truck, drinking beer. And just kind of hanging our feet over the running board of the truck, and mortars started coming in. You could hear it come in, and you knew they're incoming, and you could tell them the difference between outgoing and incoming. And I don't know who heard it first. Chief Markham probably heard it first because he got his legs rolling like what is that thing you got in Texas? Roadrunner. And he got his legs running like it did. About 50 feet away was a bunker made out of sandbags. And we both took off for the bunker. And Mr. Markham dove in the bunker first. And then the shrapnel hit right after him. And I didn't get there for the shrapnel. The shrapnel was gone. But I got shrapnel in my butt for drinking beer and not being fast enough to outrun a mortar. And and not being fast enough to run out to outrun Chief Markham. I was third in there, you know, and I should have been first or second. And that was a legitimate thing. I got 2 pieces of shrapnel in my ass, and you know, that was a real injury. It wasn't a bicycle smoke, you know.
Did the lady on the bicycle die?
Yeah.
So she was she did a suicide mission.
And you know, a lot of people, several people were killed as well.
Oh, in that incident?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay. Say goodbye.
Bye.